Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Simon and we are the Whales of Wall Street. Today we're going to have a very quick update on one of our favourite projects, XDC, i.e. Zinfin, and well, what movement we've had on the markets in the last week. It's absolutely staggering, over 100% movement on that. So let's go straight into this, guys, because there's a bit to cover in this short space of time in this video. Now, the last few days, I mean, we talked about XDC for a while now. We've been invested in a while, both Steve and I. We've actually, ironically, had conversations recently about we really hope that it kind of stays under the radar as long as possible, just from a selfish perspective of accumulation. But yeah, the last 5-6 days have been absolutely incredible. We're going back into the double digits. Now, just to put this in perspective, this is based on the KuCoin trading view. The big spike up here was when it launched on KuCoin. So traditionally it was always around this kind of like 6-7 cent mark, and we saw that big boost at the beginning and then the natural retracement once everyone made a load of money, basically. We had some good announcements a couple of weeks ago where it was being listed on bitcoin.com. Some other things about Flare Finance network collaboration as well. And then we had the tail off of that. Now, what interests me at the moment is this bit here. This isn't really relating to any particular news over the last few days. So my assumptions at the moment are that this is equating to people finally realizing what XDC is about. R3, Corda, the work that everyone's doing with all the various CBDC platforms across the world, the banking institutions as well. And I think this is something really exciting, to the point where, of course, there might be a bit of hype in here, and that's sometimes what you get in here, where people are talking more about it on social media and people are finally waking up to this project. But what's staggering here is over the 7 days we've had over the 100% growth increase, even in the 24-hour, absolutely fantastic numbers. But this here in particular is what interests me. So forget the price for a minute. It's the amount of money that's being put in the last 24 hours and to be up so much. $20 million. That's not a small amount, and I know other assets have more in a day and this, that and the other, but the fact that XTC has been so under the radar for so long, and just literally in, what's this, 7 days, just continuous green, and the RSI shot up to the 74. So on the relative strength index, if this is nowhere financial advice, obviously, but traditionally, personally, I'm always trying to sort of locate and buy around that sort of 35 to 40 mark. And if I was trading XDC, which I'm not, I'm more of an accumulator. If I was selling, I'm looking at that sort of 70, 75, and then some extra profit lines higher than this. And we're already shooting up to that near enough 80 mark, which is just showing the fantastic growth. And you can see I haven't drawn one on here, obviously, but you can clearly see the trend line is moving in the correct direction. But we've just got to be cautious still that this is perhaps a bit overinflated at the moment. There could be some hidden news here that we haven't heard yet, and the people in the know are perhaps ploughing money into this. I'm not right now personally. Again, nothing is personal advice, but because I was buying them down at this level, I am accumulating as I go along. But I'm just seeing if there's going to be a drop back or not, or where that might be. I'll do another video perhaps in the next day or two on some support levels and things like that on this particular project, some technical analysis. But I just thought I'd bring this to the table. Like I mentioned, over the days there have been the last couple of weeks there have been relatively bullish bits of news from XDC and Zinfin. But yeah, these last few days have been a bit confusing. So I think we'll just keep an eye on that and see where we go with it in the next couple of days, because I thought 2-3 days ago we were going to see a bit of a tail off and a drop off like we did a couple of weeks back, but at the moment it's flying high. So it'll be interesting to see where this wick lands a bit lower or not over the next 24 hours, and then we can determine a bit more where we're going. But hopefully that's been of interest to you guys. As you know, it's one of our biggest projects that we're invested in, and we'll keep you updated for sure. So please do like and subscribe, what you think about the project and everything moving forward, and we'll come back to it in the next couple of days. See you in the next one. Thank you.